Let's go back to Ottawa, where Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is taking questions from reporters. Let's listen in.
That's necessary so the Canadians can know the truth while protecting state secrets. But Justin Trudeau does not decide what state secrets are, because obviously he doesn't tell the truth or
en train de donner cette information immédiate.
The information services won't give them this, are not giving this to the media. And then Parliament inviting Katie Telford and other Trudeau team members. So they know the truth, and they should reveal what they knew before and what they know now.
Parce qu'il y a déjà eu tout ce processus-là, mais derrière des portes closes, parce que c'est.
But this process is happening behind closed doors.
Pas divulguer grand-chose. En quoi ça serait différent?
Because they can't divulge much. How would this be different? We don't know. We don't know. I don't believe that everything should be held secretly. We should have a commissioner who's able to distinguish between what should be kept secret and what should be revealed. The problem is Justin Trudeau, who has something to hide and who's deciding what Canadians can learn. But he is the subject of this foreign influence, so he's in a conflict of interest. He is not the one we can trust in deciding what Canadians can find out about the scandal. And the MP who met Mrs. I don't know if you've publicly explained what your problems are with Ms. Anderson's views. Can you take measures as a leader? The MPs have already made statements, and I have too. But you haven't said anything publicly, Mr. Poilievre, can you say it now? I already answered your question. Can you explain, please, what you think of the policy? Next question. Next question.
Imposing consequences on members of your caucus who met with Christine Anderson, whose views yourself said were vile.
Well, I think right now what I'm more concerned about is the vile and racist views of the Prime Minister, who, after over half of, if I could, over half of his adult life, dressed up in vile, racist costumes so many times that he cannot remember them all. I mean, you should be asking him, how many times did he dress up in these costumes? How many other times? How many other times are there that we don't know about? And furthermore, we're also speaking out against the government giving tax dollars to vile, anti-Semitic racists that are spreading hatred across our country at the same time as supposedly the program is supposed to fight racism. So, thank you.
Could you repeat, please, in French?
How are Canadians supposed to believe that those MPs didn't, or that visited Ms. Anderson, didn't know what her views were, and do you have any plans to remove them from caucus?
No.
Why not?
Could you please answer in French?
But I will tell you this. I'll tell you this. Speaking of caucus, if ever I find out that any of my members of Parliament or candidates have dressed up so many times in ugly racist costumes that they can't remember them all, they will be thrown out and not allowed to run.
But the question, can you please answer in French?
Sorry,
you have a question? I have not received an answer in French.
Sorry, you've had four questions now.
I didn't get any answer.
I would like it in English.
Would you like to hear that?
I would like it in English.
So,
yeah, I just gave the answer in English. Go ahead.
Vous l'avez pas dit en français.
Well, you didn't say it in French.
Of course, just on Chinese interference, Mr. Poilievre, is there a compromise short of an inquiry that you'd accept, perhaps maybe yourself being briefed on top secret documents that we've been talking about? Would you accept something like that?
No, because that's a trick and that's a trap. What they would do is bring opposition MPs or leaders into a room, give them some information, and then swear them to secrecy so they couldn't ever speak about it again. So effectively, that would be a trick to try and prevent anyone debating the subject anymore. So no, we're not going to have a situation where Conservatives are told that they have to be quiet about this scandal because they're sworn to secrecy. We need a public inquiry that is truly independent to get to the bottom of it, all while continuing the parliamentary investigation.
Last question. Just to go back to the main subject today, I wonder, would a future Poilievre government repeal the mental health extension, presuming it's going to go ahead? And would you consider the use of the notwithstanding clause in order to do so?
Well, to your first question, would we repeal it? Yes, we would repeal it. We don't believe that medical assistance in dying for people whose only condition is mental health trouble. I don't believe we would need to use the notwithstanding clause because no court has required MAID be provided for mental health alone. So the government is going way beyond anything the Supreme Court or any other court has asked for. And therefore,
We've been listening to Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre taking questions from reporters in Ottawa.